Well, good evening. Today I'm going to be making a bunch of very hearty burgers. And these are going to be steak, Italian sausage burgers. We're also going to be adding a little bit of beef tenderloin in there as well. And first of all, to start, I'm going to give you my ingredients that I'm going to use, which will be a tablespoon of garlic and about a half of onion and about a quarter of a bell pepper, black pepper, and seasoning salt. And as you can see, I have the onion and bell pepper diced up pretty fine. I'm going to put my garlic in there now. And as far as the meat, these are going to be quantity size down to from 15 burgers. If you're doing quarter-pound burgers, this will make about 12 to 15 quarter-pound burgers. If you want to do half-pound burgers, it'll make about 6 to 8. So basically, I'm just going to chop this up some more. This is my slap chop here. Like so. And that gets the onions and everything diced up really fine. And then I'm just going to put those into this bowl here. And those are going to go in the meat as well. Now you can also use those to put on top of your burger if you want, but I'm just going to put it in the meat. So there we have that. Now as far as our meat, this is our round steak here, and we have on the steak portion, it's about 3 pounds or about 48 ounces of steak, and this is round steak. And I suggest getting a leaner cut of steak for steak burgers since we're going to be adding our Italian sausage, which is about 7 ounces of that, and that's the mildly seasoned Italian sausage. And then this here is basically some filet mignon that I had cooked. And this is about 4 ounces of filet mignon. What I'm going to do is be using my meat grinder. And we're going to be grinding this down here in a few seconds. What I'm going to do is take my steak and I'm going to just cut that into some chunks. Or not chunks, strips I should say, to put into the meat grinder. You can't put these in there whole, of course, like they are, unless you have a very large grinder. But mine works better in strips. Okay. And this is going to actually be 2 meals. One of these is going to be for burgers, grilled burgers that we'll be making tomorrow. And then what's left of the burgers I'm going to freeze, and I'm going to be having those as like smothered hamburgers, like with gravy. So 2 meals in one. Okay, I'm going to turn on my meat grinder. Go ahead and get these babies ground up. Transfer them back to our bowl here. And this is going to just kind of stay like that because it's going to get messy anyway. So. And we want to leave all that fat on there for the marbling. And I'm going to do this, I'm going to put it in there, do about a quarter pound at a time, and then I add my Italian sausage in there. Basically just want to make sure it's all mixed together. We can see our fat is in there, we want to have that in there. If you don't have a meat grinder, I suggest cutting this up very, very thin. because it can be tough. So I'm going to go ahead and get it all ground up. Add a little bit of our Italian sausage at this point. Get that off in there. That'll help with seasonings, so I won't be seasoning this like I would regular hamburgers. Okay. And I'll come back when everything's all ground up. Our meat is all ground up. And basically what I'm going to do now is just season it. And I'm going to season this again with Lawry's seasoning salt. And then with black pepper. And then I'm going to add half of our garlic, onion, and bell pepper. And I'm going to mix that up some. Get it all the way through. You can do this with your hands too if you want, but I'm just going to use a large spoon and do it. And then I'll season a second time. Not quite as much this time around. Add our pepper. And then the rest of our garlic, onion, and bell pepper. And your ingredients for this can be optional. These are just ones that I put in it. You can also slice these up and use them to place on the burger once they're cooked. You can pretty much use whatever you want, whatever you like in your burgers. If you just want them seasoned with salt and pepper, that's fine too. Okay, again, this will make approximately 12 to 15 quarter-pound burgers or 6 to 8 half-pound burgers. And what I suggest next is to get the wax paper here. Basically, I'm going to be weighing out the burgers here and making sure they are a little over a quarter pound, because that way when you do cook them, they're going to draw up just a little bit. So I'm going to do 6-ounce burgers. And basically I just take this here, a burger press, and go like so. I have another deal here. And I just want them shaped into a burger. They don't have to really be perfect, because I'm going to take this big deal here and mash them down to the thickness I want. And this will give you a nice big patty like so. A big quarter-pound patty there, and it just comes right off. You can add more meat to it, you can make it smaller, or what have you. So I'm going to see how many of these babies I can make, and I'm going to weigh this out. And it's about 6 ounces now, but when it cooks down, it'll be close to between 4.5 to 5. And I suggest when you make your patties you can wrap them like this and freeze them, like so, if you want. Like I say, this will be 2 meals. This is going to be grilled burgers, and then it's also going to be used for like smothered hamburgers. So we'll come back when it's time to cook them or dish up. Now, this is how I'm getting down today. Grilling some burgers and some dogs. These babies looking oh so good. These are steak burgers with bell peppers and onions in them. Right on time. I am not mad. Got the dogs going, getting that char going on. That's what I'm talking about. Get some sausages over there. Doing it right up at Mom's today. Yeah, I got some marmalade, bacon marmalade sauce I'm going to cover each one of these burgers with and brush it on there. And again, this is a bacon marmalade. It'll melt down into the burger. Some on that one and some on that one. This will catch fire easy too, so you got to be careful fooling with this. It's beginning to feel like it's hotter than fish grease out here. But it'll all be worth it when I'm done and take a bite. Spread that out on there like so. Burger's gonna be on hit. Alright. Now I'm gonna flip these burgers one more time. That sauce on that side. Okay, so here we have our finished products. We got some good sized quarter-pound burgers, as you can see. Those are pretty thin. And then we got our hot dogs, super dogs, and our sausages. So that's how they came out. I brushed them with the bacon marmalade, so they'll be good to go. About to hook up some fries and get it in. Now this is the finished product. We're going to dish up later and see what it's hitting. Alright, now for my burger, I wanted to top it off with some cheese, so I put a little bit of blue cheese on top of it with some shredded sharp cheddar. And then for my bread, I chose to buy some of that good old King's Hawaiian sandwich bread. You can see it's nice and thick and it's sweet. So that's going to be my bread for my sandwich. And I'm going to catch you back when I hook up me a plate. And there we have it. Nice thick steak burger with cheese on there. On that Hawaiian bread and some good old crinkle fries. A little side of ketchup. Hello, hit up that kitchen and go check it out.